Can I ask legitimately?
I was suicidal yesterday.
Because I know if they hadn't lost the first week, I probably would have picked the Lions and then would have been sitting really nice. I'm still sitting pretty nice, but that would have been the one. How did you... Legitimate question. How did you end up a Chicago Bears fan?
My grandmother.
Okay.
My grandmother was a Bears fan. And basically I was growing up and... Alright, so my dad's a Commanders fan, formerly known as that other team.
Yeah.
And growing up, and I got all families from Maryland. Not Baltimore fans territory, but Washington, Maryland fans. And
Well, family history is old enough there that I think that they might have just been around when the Ravens were established.
Yeah. My family goes way back.
Yeah.
So they were always Skins fans, Commanders fans, whatever. And I was just growing up, and like the Commanders were bad, like really bad when I was growing up, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I could do this. Like they had players, and this is the problem. When I was growing up and picking a team, the Commanders had no players I liked. As soon as I picked the Bears, like 5 years, every player they had, like they ended up getting London Fletcher, one of my favorites ever. Brian Arakpo, one of my favorite players ever. Ryan Kerrigan, another one of my players that I really like. D'Angelo Hall, I love him. They got a bunch of what's his name? Alfred Morris, I always really liked, and Clinton Portis, another player I love. They had Champ Bailey, but they traded him for Clinton Portis, and eventually it was just like, okay, like I would have been cool with it, but I just looked around the family. It was all Commanders, and then my mother on my grandmother on my mother's side was a Bears fan, and I was like, you know what, Bears are pretty cool. And it was after they went to the Super Bowl. I didn't get to watch that as a conscious fan in 2007. Like I just wasn't that into football. I was like into it, but not into it to know. And then I picked them, and we were bad for a while, and then we were good. Well, we were fine because it was the Lovie Smith era where it was like 8-8 was like our bread and butter. Like we were really bad, and then 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. Then we were competing for a while being in the playoffs. And then we went 8-8 or 9-7 with Lovey one year, and they fired him, and it was bad for a long time because it went Mark Trestman in the John Fox, I think, in Matt Nagy. Maybe I'm forgetting a coach there, but it was just bad. We were bad for a long time, and then the 1 year with Nagy with Trubisky, where we were the number 1 seed in the NFC, and then I witnessed the double doink. And the Eagles went on to win the Super Bowl, I believe, that year. I believe that's 2017. And that was the last real positive memory I have, and it's just been pain ever since. And we can't. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This weekend kind of broke me. I'm done. I was sitting there with my dad. I was like, just fire everybody, and trade everything. There is nothing here. I got guys on the field that don't look like they want to be there. We are buying into talent that isn't that talented. Like the fact that we didn't bring in any corner help for Jalen Johnson is crazy. And now Jalen Johnson got injured, so that sucked. He's our only good corner. Tyreek Stevenson should be fined for how he plays the game of football. I hate him. I liked him when we drafted him. He was fine. After the Hail Mary where he was giving it to the fans, and then his guy goes off and catches the Hail Mary that we lose last year, done. I'm done with him. And he's fast. He's got all the athletic ability, but he can't tackle. And his guys are always open because it's like he's trying to give the quarterback enough room where he can make a play on the ball, but you're just not good enough to do that. You're fast, but you're not that good of a corner. I can't stand him. There's very few players on this roster I really like. I really liked Montez Sweat. I still do. I liked him a lot with the Commanders. Probably my favorite player on that team when he was there. I'm happy we have him, but we're not going to do anything. We are not good. I don't know if Caleb Williams is good. To be honest with you, I really don't think he is. I don't know if we were doing the podcast when this I don't think so, because I don't think I think Caleb Williams has always been my quarterback while this podcast was going. I'm not 100% on that. It's got to be, because it's last year, right? It is like around New Year. I was in the boat of trade away that first overall pick and keep Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields will end up being better. I just think we needed to give them time. We were under Matt Eberflus, who is an idiot and should have never been our coach. I think Justin Fields is going to end up being better than Caleb Williams. I have not seen anything. He can get away in the pocket, and he can make some magic happen. But I'm not impressed by anything. And the only positive that I have about my team is our receivers, and DJ Moore I don't think is going to end up being there because I don't think he wants to be here. Rome Odunze looks good, and him and Caleb, that connection looks fine. And then maybe Luther Burden will end up being good. I've seen nothing out of Colston Loveland that makes me excited. And I still think Cole Kmet is better. Where he should be, because he's been in the league for 5 or 6 years. But I have no hope, man. Nothing. And our defense is bad. It's really bad. Like, our secondary is bad. Kevin Byard, every time I see him, it's like I should give him a walker. This guy is old, and it's evident. The only other guy on my defense that I like is Jaquan Brisker. And he's in a contract year, and I don't know if we'll re-sign him, because it just seems that we don't ever make the correct decision. And the only other guy on the defense that I like is TJ Edwards, but he's injured. So I don't even think I've got to see him this year. So, like, I have no hope. I am so, just like, I don't know. I had everybody tell me Caleb Williams looked great on Monday night last week. I said, he looked good in the first half. And he looked horrible in the second half. And he didn't look good this week. And he's going to continue to not look good. After a whole year, I'm watching what Jaden Daniels did in Washington. Doesn't look good. Drake May at least looks like he can put drives together. Caleb Williams doesn't look like he understands what he's doing. I'm out, man. I will cheer for my team. I'll never give up on the team. But it's like I have no expectations. I don't care. I don't think I don't know. I can't. I'm just so out. Let's go Baker Mayfield, man.
Everyone loves to talk about when your team is on top, when all the good feelings that you get, but we rarely ever see about how bad those troughs can get when there is no hope and you don't know when the next good season may ever come. I didn't expect that to turn to an 8-minute rant, but here we are. Welcome to Tanner and Zach in the morning. It is way earlier than it normally is for us because I scheduled something at our regular recording time. It's on bait, but we're awake. We're here. Tanner's probably happy that we're getting this done and early with this soon.
Yes, bro. Other than the Bears game, what a great weekend of football. Had a bunch of amazing games this weekend.
Can we talk about how the Eagles and Chiefs gave a performance that actually looked like it was a Super Bowl game and not the Super Bowl game that we got?
I was say I was hosting an award show, so I didn't get to watch that. But
very defensive. It was very good.
Very good. In 2017, I was like,
Now, the Eagles did the thing that I hate the most about football. It is something that I just hate. And I don't like that there can be a minute 30 left on the clock, and we can just run it out and just not do anything for the last minute, and that be enough time to do it. I don't like running out the clock. Play the game. This is I don't like it. But it was an actual even game. We were actually two super teams were going up against each other,
and the better one won.
Yes, but it actually looked like it, and not
the mollywhopping that was last year.
not what the Super Bowl was. So yeah, obviously that's the only. Oh no, I watched the Cowboys and Giants too, except for the overtime because I'm in the Philly market, so it got preempted.
What a banger game!
Yeah. I didn't know who to root for in that game.
They were letting Russ cook.
I didn't know who to root for in that game because it's the Giants and the Cowboys. I do think I would call myself rooting for the Giants. That might be because you picked the Cowboys to win and I wanted to see your misery continue. But still,
let me say this about the Cowboys. I think it's very well known. Everybody hates the Cowboys, right?
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but people hate. No, I feel like now I have like this appreciation for Dak Prescott. I'm like, I think you're actually good, and I don't think anybody else thinks that. So I'm gonna ride with you, Dak. And it makes it so easy that one of my favorite players in the league is on the Cowboys, and I'm just like, I caught myself cheering for the Cowboys, and the death glare I got from my father was crazy. It was like his worst nightmare realized when Cavante Turpin catches a football. I'm like, go ahead, Cavante! And my dad's like, what did you just say in my house? And he just like points to the wall with all the memorabilia. He's like, what did you just say? I was like, my bad. I said, let's let Russ cook. Let it Dallas win.
I can't say these words, but I think it's removed enough that I can say it. We don't love, but we love a divisional supervillain.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the Commanders' hate with the Cowboys was that strong.
Oh, it's... I think it should be... It's the biggest rivalry in football, I think. Yep. I think so.
I think the Cowboys have a bigger rival.
With who?
With the Eagles?
No.
Okay.
You guys are irrelevant.
I've only ever seen...
In most of football history, Cowboys-Eagles is irrelevant.
I've only ever seen the Cowboys fans hate on Eagles. Like, obviously, I only see
because
Eagles
you
fans
guys
hate on
have only
Cowboys.
been good from the year 2000 forward. Like, you've had pieces of in history where you guys were okay, but you were never that good. The Redskins and the Cowboys, whenever the Redskins were good, I'm sorry, the Commanders and the Cowboys, whenever the Commanders were good, the Cowboys were good. And every time when they were winning Super Bowls, those franchises, they were both good at the same time. That is a better and more historic rivalry. They've both been bad from 2000 forward. And they've both been irrelevant. So, and now the Eagles are as good as they are.
Yeah.
But that is the best rivalry in the NFL. And the only one I'll always say, the Bears and Packers, just because it's so historic.
Yeah.
But I don't really think so. I would say even better than the Eagles and Cowboys, I'd say Steelers Ravens, because they've both been really good all at the same time. So rivalry isn't really a rivalry if the one is just bad the entire time and the other one's just good.
I do appreciate the NFC East for being a four-way fight to the death almost every season. So just to give that, all four of those teams love to try to kill each other,
yes.
and that's just a good time no matter what.
Yeah.
Feeling hype every time it's Eagles Commanders, Eagles Cowboys, or Eagles Giants is just, and the other ones too. But
Dallas has that natural buff where they just have really good rivalries all over the league. Like Dallas Green Bay is a good rivalry. Dallas San Francisco is an amazing rivalry. But it's just so easy to hate Dallas.
yeah,
And then especially when Dallas was good, all the teams that were good at the same time, they hate them.
yeah. Well, that has to do with Dallas being like the front football history. We love it. Dallas being one of the front runners in getting national coverage. So
yeah, America's team. They coined it. They named it.
So thus, your local team hates them.
Yeah, Big Jerry.
All right, you want to go through each game?
We can.
It can be quick thoughts.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Content, my guy. Commanders, Packers. Hit you with the hard one.
So the Packers are good. I think Jordan Love will let them down. I think he's the worst part of their team. I think their defense is amazing. Their corner group is like losing Jair Alexander and their corners still look good is crazy. Their wide receivers are much better than I thought they'd be. They had their one starter. I want to say Reed. He went down in that game. I don't know if he ever came back because it got to a point where my dad said, all right, can we turn this shit off? I was like, all right, I'm going to go home. So we didn't finish the game. So...
R.I.P. Father Bays.
Yeah, it's rough. I still think Washington's really good. I just don't understand why they play the players that they play. Why are we handing the ball off to Austin Eckler on 1st and 2nd down when you couldn't hand the ball off to Austin Eckler in his prime? Now he's like 32 and old and not fast. He was also not fast in his prime. If you want Austin Eckler to be useful, put him in the slot, let him be the 3rd down back, let him catch something out of the backfield. He cannot run up the gut. He is not a 3 down. He's not a bell cow back. That 7th round pick that they have, that double barrel last name guy, I cannot remember it. I think something Merritt. Krosky Merritt. Look at that. Pulled that right out of the back of my brain. He's good. Run him on 1st and 2nd down. And throw the ball out to Eckler. He can't keep going. Zach Ertz still looks good. They have Terry and Debo who have looked good. Throw the ball more. Let Jaden run more. And I think you're fine. But I don't understand why we're committing to Austin Eckler. Yeah, but fantasy people will tell you he's the best player in the league. But he's not. He's not that good. Yeah, and Green Bay's really good. Their defense is amazing. I think Jordan Love will let them down. He hasn't looked amazing to me.
So that Packers-Bears game this season's going to really suck for you.
I'm not going to
watch. Okay. Any other words about Giants and Cowboys?
What an amazing game. Brandon Aubrey's the best kicker in the league. Has been for a couple of years. He's amazing. That kick that he nails that 64-yarder. They go into overtime. Dallas wins. And Russ, we're letting Russ cook. Russ, man, I don't know, man. There's something about the Giants. They are putting together. I don't remember a game last year where the Giants looked good on offense. This week they looked amazing. Last week they didn't. Now I don't know if it's that Dallas's corner group is really bad, but they look good. The Giants look good. Russ looked good. Malik Neighbors is amazing. And Wan'Dale Robinson plays well with Russ. So I don't know. The Giants, I think, have something.
I thought there was a point in time where I thought the Giants had won the game. Where they had come back with a couple minutes left and gotten over. And I was like, they have just won this game. And
it was 56 seconds after they scored that last touchdown.
And I put the Cowboys score on yours with the losing thing. And then watched the Cowboys tie. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then my feed, because we were just watching on Fox at the hotel, was switched to Chiefs and Eagles, which I do prefer, but I did have to then go back and check the score later to get the disappointment. But the Giants lost, so is it really a disappointment? It's not the point. Seahawks, Steelers.
The only positive experience I had from the opening window yesterday, Aaron Rodgers looked bad. And he should have thrown about 2 more picks. It was just on the DBs for not catching those balls. Aaron Rodgers did not look good. And I'm so happy he doesn't. God, I hated him. It's just the Jets are probably just that bad. And I think it's very obvious in what they did this weekend. Because they were not good. I love the Steelers. I love that they are bad. And the Seahawks still look fine. Still looking good. Sam Darnold threw a couple of picks. One was batted up, and I don't really think his fault. The other one was definitely on Darnold. But it is what it is. I hope the Seahawks are good. I love when the Seahawks are good. They're one of those franchises that I like. That I'm like, oh, yeah, I like when you guys are good.
Rams, Titans.
It was close in the first half, and then the Rams kind of just pulled away. Cam Ward was, I think, pretty good in the first half. In the second half, it just all fell apart. But that Titans team is not meant to be good. They are not built to win. So let Cam get his bearings. If the Titans compete in a game, that should be like a win for them. They are that bad. Their roster's not good. Their defensive front is still amazing. But I wouldn't be shocked if the Titans started to sell by the deadline. If we finally see Jeffrey Simmons go somewhere to compete. And that might be their only really good player. But like, if they can get things for other starters that aren't going to be there in 3 years when Cam Ward finally develops and they add more pieces, like if this guy's going to be 32 in 3 years when we're ready to compete, he's not ready to compete. He's going to be retiring. So let's get some stuff for some of these guys. Other than that, yeah, Rams look good. And Devontae Adams is still great. The longer he's apart from Rodgers, the more I can like him. The longer he's not a Packer, the more I can be like, hey, you're pretty good, man.
Bills, Jets.
The only other team that I feel like has it worse than me is the Jets. I'm happy to be a Bears fan when I talk to a Jets fan. Because every year, the Jets are like, well, we have pieces. We could compete. And then they are bad. The Bills ran all over them. James Cook cooked them. And, yeah, rest in peace to the Jets. Bills are still going to be great.
I did want to know if
Yeah.
the Bills are going to be great.
Bills are going to be great.
Maybe taking them next week, so I need this information.
Yeah, Bills are going to be good.
You know who the Bills face next week, right?
No. Did they play the Bears?
No, they play this next team. That's in this next matchup. The Dolphins versus the Patriots. The Dolphins. They play the Dolphins.
I know, but it was very close against a Patriots team that really isn't that good. Yeah. I don't know. Dolphins are bad, and they're going to continue to be bad. That's a team that should sell. That's a team that should blow it up and get pieces. If I'm the Dolphins, because they won't do that if they keep that coach. Because that coach is going to worry about his job and not trade all his players. I'd fire the coach. Fire the coach, get a new guy, trade all your pieces. Tyreek Hill, Jalen, maybe not Jalen Waddle, but I would understand if they did. Honestly, if you could get anything for Tua, I'd trade Tua. Maybe not at the deadline, but at the end of the season. Any of your other good players on defense, even like Jalen Ramsey's already gone. Javon Holland, I think, left too. So, if you have anybody that you want to get rid of that people are interested in, trade them. Trade everything. Dolphins are going to be bad. And they're going to. I think it was. I don't know if it continued throughout this whole game, but their defense didn't make a stop. Like every possession the Colts had last week, they scored. Same thing with the Patriots most of the way through this game, I think. I don't know if that continued all the way through. I didn't get to watch. Obviously, I'm not in Miami, so I didn't get to watch the game. But, yeah, Dolphins are bad. Patriots also are not good. They did not look good. This game should not have been close.
I was scrolling on Instagram, and one of my friends, who was from Boston, so he's allowed to be a Patriots fan, had posted a highlight from this game, and it was like big hype moment, and I was like, it was the Dolphins. Is it that hype? If I know anything, I know the Dolphins are bad.
Yep.
Jaguars, Bengals.
Joe Burrow got injured. Something with his toe.
R.I.P., man.
So we'll see. Maybe he'll be back. Maybe he won't. I don't know. The Jags should have won that game. And I don't think that's on the head coach. I don't think it's on Liam Cohen. He kind of got sold by his own players, which sucks. But, yeah, Jags are going to figure out a way to jag themselves out of a game. And they did it this week. So, it is what it is. I feel bad for the Jags, but you had every right to win that game, and you chose not to.
Gold versus gold. The 49ers versus the Saints.
Who cares? Move on.
The Browns and the Ravens.
Joe Flacco is the starting quarterback for the 2025 Cleveland Browns. That's a crazy. He has the C on his chest. Joe Flacco. He's 40. He's the starting quarterback. I can't believe it, and he did not look good. I believe he threw a couple of picks. His ball is still beautiful, but also there's not a lot there with that Browns team. They really shouldn't have competed with the Ravens, and they didn't. Lamar Jackson is the best player in the NFL. He has been for 2 years. He's still not the best quarterback in the league, but he's the best player. If you were to ask me to take one player, I'm taking Lamar Jackson over Patrick, over Josh, over Jalen. Give me Lamar Jackson. You can build an offense around Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's the best player in the league. Not the best quarterback, but he's the best player.
Okay. Do you have any words about this next game, or did you get them out earlier?
Is this Lions, Bears?
Yeah. Are the
The
Bears...
Lions look really good.
Okay, this is what I was going to ask.
In certain things. I don't know if the Bears are just so bad that they could do whatever they wanted, or if they needed the tune-up game of like getting punched in the mouth by Green Bay, and then now they're going to figure it out, or if the Bears are actually just the worst team in the league. I think one is more true than the other. I think the Bears are really bad. I'm regretting buying tickets to this Commanders-Bears game because I think the Commanders are going to grow into the season. I think we are only going to be bad.
You get to go watch football with your father.
I think it's going to be great,
Fantastic.
I'm going to pack 2 jerseys. I'm going to start the first quarter with my Urlacher on, and then I will put on my Chris Cooley jersey, and I will be a Commanders fan in the second half, if that's what it turns into.
You will convert in the middle of the game.
Yeah, I did it at the Vikings game I went to before. I just put my purple hoodie on, and nobody knew. Yeah, I think the Lions offense, I think, is always going to be good with the weapons that they have. Maybe it's just getting over Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson leaving, just shaking the rust off and getting into a new system. I don't know how new the system is, but I still think the Lions are going to end up being all right. It takes a lot to put up 52 points. And it's not like... And if I remember correctly, there was no special teams and no defensive touchdowns. I'm pretty sure all those points were offense. So it takes a lot to put up 52 points, even if the team is that bad. Even if they're bad, so Lions are going to be good, Bears are going to be bad. What's new?
The Battle of the Horsies, Broncos versus Colts.
Didn't get to watch this because, as I said, I was hosting an award show.
Yeah.
Every week that the Broncos lose is a great week for me. Let's go Colts. This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue.
Before I move on, do you have any comments about the last week's game we didn't get to do, Vikings and Bears?
The Bears are just bad. And everything that the pundits all said on the Sports Center and ESPN and Fox, they're all right. When Caleb Williams had a script of what he needed to do, planned out for the beginning of the game, he looked good. As soon as that was gone and he was out of structure, he looked bad. He's bad. It is what it is. You swung and you missed. Let's move on. Let's not sit here for 3 years and try to figure out if this is going to be good. You missed. Let's move on. Get what you can. That's my personal opinion. And I'm so serious. Blow it up. I don't need to do another series where we get a new coach and then we stick out 3 years with it for us to just be bad the entire time. I don't need that anymore. I did it with John Fox. I did it with Mark Trestman. I did it with the end of Matt Nagy. I had one successful year with Matt Nagy, and I did it with Eberflus. I don't need to do it again. If we are bad, if we take the step back this year, like I believe we are going to, fire him. I don't care. I don't care that everybody wanted Ben Johnson, and he was this big offensive thing. Fire him. Because if you look at just the roster of what we have and the players we have above average starters in most positions. The only thing I would say is that our corner 2 is bad, and our corner 3 is even worse. I think our middle linebacker isn't that good. I don't think Tremaine Edmonds is good. And the other side of Montez Sweat is not good. I don't know. I can't right now tell you if Montez Sweat plays right or left. But whoever's on the other side of Montez Sweat, that position is not good. Every other position, and Kevin Byard's old, so safety. We have above average players in most positions. We should not be this bad. Fire him. He's not good. Swung and you missed. Let's move on. Find somebody else. Because what they should have done, where I was right, is that they should have went after Jim Harbaugh when he came back. When he came back to the league and went to Los Angeles, we should have brought him in then. Instead of letting him go and team up with Justin Herbert, we should have went and got him. He's a franchise legend. He was one of our best quarterbacks, which isn't saying much, but still, like, there's no reason why we shouldn't have went after him. A good, proven coach, but and it was a proven coach that didn't fail. Like, it's not like when you go out and get a proven coach that's really old and out of time. Like, if we would have went and got Bill Belichick, that would have been bad.
Do you want to talk about Bill Belichick at all?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
Have I not made my point clear?
Yeah, but
he's the greatest defensive coach I've ever seen. He cannot put an offense together to save his life. He's bad at it. That's why he's not the GOAT coach of all time.
And he dates college girls, apparently? Have you seen any of this?
Yeah, his girlfriend's like 24 years old.
Okay.
The man is winning.
It didn't get brought up when he's got
he's got 6 Super Bowls and a 24-year-old girlfriend.
And still gets to coach a college team.
Yeah.
What a life. Anyway.
That she goes to.
Do you really have anything else about the Bears that isn't mindless yelling and ranting?
That's not mindless. This is all thought out, and I know what I'm talking about. But no, the Bears are bad. Vikings are not good either.
Do you want to do that one next? Falcons Vikings.
Again, a game I didn't see. It looked like a shitter. So, what was it, 22-9 or something?
22-6.
22. Yeah, the Vikings weren't good. They were never going to be good. I have been saying that. It's just the Bears are worse. I was just hoping that wouldn't be true, but it is.
Panthers Cardinals.
So this one makes me look really stupid because I said the Panthers were going to be good, and I really believe that because at the end of the year last year, Carolina looked good, put it together. Bryce Young looked good. He has looked awful to begin this year. They, I think, will end up sitting him again, and the backup will go in because he has not played well, and their offense looks really bad. So, poor Carolina, and I hope the Cardinals keep winning. Cardinals are fun. I like Kyler Murray. I used to not, now I do. I want him to win.
And then what was probably the most anticipated matchup for this week, Eagles-Chiefs, the Super Bowl rematch.
Who cares? Taylor Swift was there. Who cares?
I actually didn't see that she was there. I don't know if she was there. She wasn't. They didn't show her on screen. How would I know if she was there? Yeah. They showed her boyfriend a lot, though.
Yeah.
Too much. It was almost obsessive.
Yeah. I want him to retire.
See, people think I'm joking because he played on the field, which is true. They showed him on the bench a lot.
Yeah.
But some of them were actually really funny, like he knew the camera was on him. And that's not me saying anything. I just thought it was funny.
Well, it's Taylor Swift's fiance.
Yeah, that's right. Fiance, congratulations.
Yeah, how about that?
What are the Monday night games that we still...
It's, there's 2.
There is 2.
It'll come to me. Is Oakland one of them? Las Vegas is
I was going to say no because Oakland doesn't have a team. But yeah, the Raiders are
Raiders, Chargers?
Yep, Raiders and Chargers. It's 10 o'clock game.
I don't know. What's the other one?
Bucks and Texans.
2 good games. I think there will be good games tonight.
Yeah.
Prediction. Buccaneers win 27-20. And Raiders win 32-28. 31-28. That's my predictions.
That's NFL week 2, kind of. Current standings on our game, I'm in first.
I'm not.
Y'all get fucked over. No. Your dad's like right behind me.
Yeah, it's like by 3 points or something.
Yeah, I think it's by 4. Like,
Father Bays!
And like that is because both me and him chose the same team this week, but
yeah.
Like again, it was the obvious choice. In my opinion, for week 2 and maybe week 3, we'll see how the rest of the weeks go. It is wild that y'all aren't just choosing the same teams as me both times.
Who?
Everyone. Cowboys I don't think was a bad pick. I don't know
Cowboys
why.
was a great pick. It was 40 points.
I don't know why Darian picked the Eagles when they were going up against the Chiefs. This is a different Eagles team. I don't think, especially after their game with the Cowboys,
some people thought the Chiefs were bad after their first game, so...
I guess. But, like, it was... who did the Ravens stomp all over?
Browns.
It was the Ravens-Browns.
Yeah. But that's all I want, because in the division, they always play. Sometimes they play a weird, really close game. I don't know if you remember this. Cleveland beat them last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland and Pittsburgh both beat Baltimore last year.
But yeah, I'm thinking Buffalo because they're facing Miami. But maybe not. Maybe I'll come to a different conclusion. Because I was going to take Buffalo this week and then looked at the week 3 matchups and was like, maybe not. Maybe there's a better option.
You know, I've been working on my comedy set. You ready? I'm gonna give you one.
Okay.
This week, I'm gonna take the Bears. They suck, man. I'm so mad at them. It is what it is. I don't know who I'm gonna take this week. I haven't even looked at the games.
I love that the secondary joke is you wouldn't be allowed to take the Bears because you already took them.
Yo, I might end up taking the Colts, man.
Yeah. Colts, Titans. This is going to sound wild. Might be a good time to take Green Bay.
Yeah, I was just about to say it might be a good time to take the Packers. And the Buccaneers. If they look good like tonight.
Yeah, the Bucs look good.
Playing the Jets.
The Cowboys, they're playing against the Bears. R.I.P. Not a good week to take the Lions, I think.
I'll say this. Historically, we've played the Cowboys really well, and I think we have the edge. I think we've beaten them more than we've lost to them. But we're also the Bears in the year 2025, so I would take the Cowboys and put your entire house on it, your child's college fund, all of your 401k, take it out a pension loan, sell your kidneys, and become a trillionaire, and buy my team, hire me as the GM, and then let me fix my team.
Monday night game for next week is Lions and Ravens. Question. Obviously, I don't think... I think that would be a hard one to call, but do you think that'll end up being high scoring or low scoring?
I think it'll be a regular game. I think the Lions will win 24-17.
Okay. We won't have the results to that game. Do we record next week, or is it the week after? I don't know.
It is Jared Goff in prime time, though. No, I think Jared Goff will figure it out. I don't know. The Ravens have it in them. The Ravens have the bozo gene, where they'll just come out one night and not play like the Ravens. So,
I love a bozo gene.
Yeah, like it happens. Like they just have a howler every once in a while, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so that's the NFL roundup. It only took a half hour.
Well, there's a lot of games, man.
I was so ready. I was ready to open the show with this. I was ready to scream. I was ready to holler.
I know, we got to talk about it.
I was ready to go. And still, it hasn't happened yet. So, nothing I can do.
What?
The Phillies' magic number for the division is 1. A single game. A single Phillies win or a single Mets loss, and the Phillies are your NL East champions. That didn't happen. It should have happened yesterday. They lost in their final game against the Royals, and the Mets won their final game against the Rangers. So it hasn't happened yet. Now, because of a Giants loss, we did officially clinch their playoff spot. So if they lost every single game, they're guaranteed the 6th seed. They're going to win that last game, or the Mets are going to lose one more game, and we're going to have the divisional win. But I'm a little annoyed because I wanted to do the big show and I can't. And then it's going to happen tonight probably. And then I will have run out of steam by the time
next week.
One. By the time this comes out, they'll probably already be NL East champions. But I don't have anything else about them. They've looked... maybe they listen to me. They don't. But ever since the discrepancy between what I said last week and how they were performing when the episode came out was so vast, I had to... If you listened to last week, you know this. I had to record a retraction and put it in because they went out and they fucked the Mets up. They full swept them, nearly full swept the Royals. Like they have lost one game between recordings, and that was yesterday. That's the team. That's like it was one of those of like that's my team. That's the team. That is everything. They looked amazing. Except for Castellanos, who looks upset because his role has essentially been taken. Sorry about your damn luck. Harrison Bader. Whew. I love Johan Rojas, and I want to see him do good. I have to agree with the decisions that they've made to send him down and hire Bader. Bader's just been killing it. And we have two of our big infield guys injured right now as well, which really sucks, but damn it if Kemp isn't taking every opportunity he has on being on the big stage. We're looking good. I feel a lot better about us now. Going into the playoffs, I still just hope that LA beats whoever is in the wild card division with them, so we just face the Dodgers and not a potentially the Giants on an insane hot streak or the Mets. Obviously, we get home field advantage, so I think we would still do half decently, but it's when I am hopeful that they let me down. So that's all I have about baseball. It's just that the little thing. Do we have to talk about it?
Yeah, we have to. I think it's a really big deal. And I think it's finally gotten to a point where it's too much.
So, I actually, when I saw the news, when it was leaked, and I'm specifically not saying it, when I saw that it was leaked, I went, oh, and then I moved on. See, here's the best part about letting go. It just doesn't matter anymore.
No, but it's bad.
And then they did the press conference and they confirmed it. And I was like, there's an internal, like, this sucks and that's stupid and I hate it. But, like,
it's just, I just think it's bad for, like, life. Like, sports washing is really bad.
Yes.
It's very bad. This is concerningly bad.
Yes. No,
and I don't understand why they continue to go down this road.
Yeah.
Other than the dollar amount. But it's like...
Oh, God, is it a lot? Did you see the
I saw the number.
Cool. So, yes, WWE announcing WrestleMania 43, the actual WrestleMania, will be emanating from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Horrible decision.
It's terrible. No, and I do not want anything that I say to be misconstrued. It is horrible. It is terrible. It is a bad decision. And if I still cared about this company and its decisions, I would be probably yelling and complaining more than Tanner did about the Bears earlier this episode. I have truly realized how much that I don't care about this company when I saw it and was able to move past just without thinking about it. But yeah, it's bad. It's not good. It's terrible. The press conference for what is normally such a big event, it's such a big deal. They bring in the press and they do the big, this is where we're at. Sometimes The Rock comes out and announces it on Raw. He comes out in New Orleans and says, y'all are getting WrestleMania in a year, and everyone cheers and goes, Now, they might change the location afterwards after he does that, but we don't want to talk about that. The fact that they knew not to invite the press and have it all behind closed doors, and then all the talent that they brought to the press conference to speak on it are standing behind Triple H, looking like that there's a firing squad in front of them that will shoot them down if they speak out of turn. Come on, man.
Who was all there, the talent-wise?
Oh, God. Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, Liv Morgan, Stephanie Vaquer, Logan Paul, and Seth Rollins.
I'll say this, man, and this is not fair, but I'm going to say it, and I'm going to stand by it. The talent needs to do something. I would support anybody who wants to boycott and not show up. And not do their job. That's horrible.
And even Triple H on the podium speaking about it, none of them look cheerful on what is the WrestleMania announcement. Like,
it's horrible. This is horrible. I saw that while I was just chilling. I don't want to say it was Friday night. And I'm like, this is horrible. How do you make this decision? But that's what happens. That's TKO. So.
$250 million is how you make that decision.
I hate this shit.
Yeah, that's terrible. It's bad.
It's horrible. It's so bad. I hate it. I hate it so much.
So I went to AEW Dynamite last Wednesday. It was a good time. I'm not going to bore with the stuff. God damn it, is pro wrestling not the best when a billion-dollar company isn't trying to make more billions by holding their biggest event in Saudi Arabia. But it was a fun time. The residency in Philly has wrapped. They're heading for one of their big pay-per-views. It was a good time. I saw Samoa Joe wrestle. It was a good time.
I was jealous.
It was a big multi-man. He didn't do a lot, but he did show up, and he did do things.
Did he do his spot? The walk away?
No, I don't.
He didn't? Okay.
I don't think he did. I don't know. I did not have.
I love that. I'm so happy that one time I saw him, he hit that spot. That made my day.
I didn't have great seats, but I also.
Oh, he did it. He hit all his shit that day when we went to go see him. I love Samoa Joe.
Yeah, Dynamite was fun. I'm wearing one of my shirts from it, but it was good. I hope AEW doesn't take too long to come back to Philly. They never do. They always come around. They love their cities. I don't have a lot about pro wrestling. The big news is the bad news. Like it's just
that's horrible. I hate it.
Is what it is.
We got a boycott.
I'm already not watching.
I think we got to not talk about them. That's it. Sorry. They've lost me. They brought back Brock, and I was like, giving it a side eye, like, oh, maybe I'll pay a little more attention. Then I saw that, I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'm done. We just don't care. How does it feel like more of a business than when Vince McMahon was here?
Right, though?
Like, how is that possible?
Fuck Vince McMahon. Just
100%, and I'm not. Yeah. That wasn't me talking good about Vince McMahon.
But how TKO went out and in a presser that I assume was to bump a stock price or something, just went that. Well, yeah, Vince McMahon was running this business worse. He wasn't capitalizing on ticket prices. He was pricing tickets for the average family. Yeah, I'm sure he was. How dare you make me agree with Vince McMahon? How fucking dare you?
TKO really is Mr. McMahon.
Fuck this company, man.
we complained about Vince for so long. They just gave us the real Mr. McMahon. This is what it's like in real life.
Gave us a worse thing. And again, Vince, it's all technically because of Vince. He was more willing to sell the company off than to just hand it to his children. What I wouldn't get, people love calling him a fraud, and fair. I'm sure that some of the issues in the product aren't just because of TKO, but are because of Triple H's inability to book sometimes. So curious what this business would look like if it was just handed directly to Stephanie and Hunter besides, and not sold just with them in the system. You want to talk about Pokemon?
I can.
Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I just had a depressing week.
So we can
I say the Prem has started back up. Soccer.
Nice.
Yeah, European football. That's been fun. I don't want to just make it a sports podcast, but I could probably give like sporadic updates on that every once in a while.
Tell the people who are your teams. Who's your team in the Prem?
Okay, so my favorite team is Benfica out of Portugal.
Yeah.
But when I watch the Prem, who I want to do well, it's... Oh, this is so, like, sacrilegious, but, like, I really like Liverpool, and I really like Chelsea. Chelsea's a Mourinho thing, and they've had a bunch of players that I love, they've had a bunch of players that I love. Manchester City probably had my favorite player in the Prem, that's ever been in the Prem. One of my favorite players is Yaya Toure, and he was on City for a while. But that's the only player I think I've ever really liked from City. It's hard. Liverpool and Chelsea, it's hard for me to pick between. I'm going to go Chelsea. As much as I don't want to. No, but I do want to. I'll go Chelsea. I like Chelsea. I think they're really cool. It's purely a Mourinho thing. He's not there anymore, but they're doing well.
Yeah.
They're cool.
I almost never pay attention to Premier League.
I love the Prem.
I do pay attention to...
League One?
Yeah, I think they're in League One now.
Yeah,
they got promoted
Wimbledon,
last year. Yeah. It is fun. It's nice
They went from League 2 to League 1?
Yeah. I think they just got promoted. They got demoted a few seasons ago, so they had to come back up. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, promotion. Promotion, yeah.
Oh, it's so fun. The idea that possibly if they played good enough and spent enough money, they don't have enough money to spend to do that, so their players would have to be exceptional and stay. But I don't blame a player for getting an offer from a higher club.
Oh yeah, no, you always leave.
Yeah.
That's I stand by that every time.
Yeah.
Always leave.
But it's nice to know that there's a possibility that they could go all the way. And plus, it also gives, when your team is bad and having a bad season, it still gives stakes to those final matchups.
Yes.
Which is fun. So, we do love English football here.
Yes, we do. I love all football.
Yeah.
The Champions League's so good. I love the new format. They went from you'd be in groups and then the top 2 of each group would come out. Now they made it a league format where you play a certain amount of teams throughout the league and whoever has the most points goes through and then some go to a playoff. I love that. Because Benfica has a curse. We never win European finals. But I always feel so good because I think we always do better than everybody thinks we're going to do. And I feel like we always make it to the knockouts. I think 2 years ago we didn't, and we had an exceptionally bad group phase, and that happens every once in a while. But sometimes we just shock. But then everybody always buys our players because we'll have one breakout campaign. They'll be amazing. They'll be young, and then they go. A lot like John Neves to PSG and Renato Sanchez when he was good going to Bayern and all that stuff. I could talk about football forever, but we've already talked about football.
For so long.
What else you got for Pokemon? What do we got with Pokemon?
Well,
I can talk about Pokemon for forever else.
They revealed a couple megas. They
yes.
revealed the mega for my boy, Mega Malamar.
Chestnut? Oh.
Him too.
We love Chestnut.
In order, Malamar. Mega Malamar was revealed.
Yep.
He looks awesome.
He looks fine.
He looks great. My
He's
friend
okay.
Malamar. Have you seen the actual reveal clips and all of the reveal campaigns that they've been doing?
What do you mean?
That the Pokemon company has been doing.
Like the trailers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the trailers.
The trailers and all the build up for it. Because Malamar had 2 or 3.
Yeah, he's cool.
And he was hypnotizing the entire country. It was wild, and I loved it.
Yeah.
So
Malamar's cool.
Fun.
I hate on Malamar. It's because I really like Inkay, but Malamar's cool.
And they revealed megas for... We'll do the starters first.
The Kalos.
For the Kalos starters. Obviously, that's a big deal for me. Kalos was my first generation, all that. Kalos would get... X and Y was my first games. Yes.
Is that a religious thing? How did you not play Pokemon?
Just never played Pokemon.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you own a Game Boy?
Yeah.
And you never played Pokemon on a Game Boy?
That's correct.
Why?
I didn't play a lot of games on my Game Boy.
I'm flabbergasted, but alright. Continue, sorry.
My first game was Y, if you were curious, specifically.
Good. The good one.
Yeah.
Why are you a Gen 1 guy, then? I don't get it. This is so good. You confuse me as a human.
So this is why I never consciously know when half my team is Gen 1. Because nothing actually separates a lot of those. I can't tell you... I could probably tell you because I know Kanto enough for it now. But, if you showed me, Gen 2, Gen 3, couldn't tell you the difference. If you just showed me the list. Probably Gen 4. There's some Pokemon that I just don't know what gen they're from. I get Lucario's generation mixed up all the time. I'm pretty sure now, I'm pretty solid in the fact that I think it's 4.
Oh, okay.
Absol, no idea. And Absol might not even be either of those 4. But
no, he's either 2 or 3. I don't like Absol, so I don't know.
Yeah. It's I have no idea.
I think Absol's 3.
So
yes, Absol is 3.
Which is funny because Absol was on my first Pokemon team. Absol was on my Y team.
Because he got a Mega.
That was part of it. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm also just so hyped for this game, because it's returning to... It's something that I was excited for that never happened.
It's also the best gimmick. Best gimmick they've ever had is Mega Evolution.
Yeah.
And stay. Bring it back, please. It's not going to. No. But the fact we're getting new Megas is cool, though.
Yeah. Now, small little note with the starters and their Megas, which kind of sucks. Their Megastones are being locked behind competitive play. They are doing season rewards for ranked battles. I'm not sure how the rewards are, if it's just if you play X amount of matches, or if you actually rise up in rankings.
I find it hard to believe that's going to be the only way.
That's what they've explicitly said. It's possible that they'll do events with them too, but
that will change.
Yeah, But I think the biggest issue with that, to me, is it's like the stuff with, to use a comparison with Scarlet and Violet, because I've been playing Violet lately. There were a lot of events and stuff that they've done over the past year now that the game is towards its end, and I feel like that's what it's going to end up being. Is you'll get these Megastones with starters or a shiny variant in events later, but it's going to be 2-3 years after the game launches. It's going to be after Gen 10 comes out and or when Gen 10's about to come out. They're announcing Gen 10 next year, and it's coming out next year.
You think so?
It's the 30th anniversary. They will rush
right?
They will rush the games just like they did with Sun and Moon to get them out during the anniversary.
Maybe.
It's also been Scarlet and Violet also came out in 2022, so like it's been a while since the main release. And then they also revealed 2 Mega Raichus for the DLC that's coming. That they've announced the DLC before the game came out. How wonderful! I'll probably still get the DLC and play the DLC.
Yeah.
I liked the I did recently get the Scarlet and Violet DLC and play through it, and I liked it.
Tropical Ghost is cool, isn't he? Cute little turtle guy. I like him.
Yeah. People apparently didn't really like the DLC, and I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
It's cool.
This is what I'll say. Name me a good Pokemon DLC. Never happened.
I just did.
I would say they're all the same. Like I don't think any of them are particularly good. I think the best post game we ever got was Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire with the Z story.
Delta episode?
Yeah, Delta episode. That's what I meant.
Cool.
Why did I say Z story? Yeah.
We didn't get the Z story.
Yeah,
that's why I'm so excited about Pokemon Legends ZA.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Now I gotta hold you. I bought the Sword and Shield DLC, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. I started the Isle of Armor. Exactly. That's where that ends. But I played through these entire ones. And I want to compare them, but I can't. I know that Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra felt separated. This feels like 2 parts of one story, and it's billed as 2 parts to one story. Yeah. And it's... The only complaint I have is that the ending with Terrapagos feels just kind of, boop, added on to what was a different story. But that different story is a lot of fun.
To be fair, that's kind of how I feel about the end of Scarlet and Violet.
Okay.
That kind of just feels like... Not to say that... I don't know. It just kind of felt like we just ended up here, and now we're fighting AI monster. I was like, what?
At the beginning of the DLC, you're introduced to a professor from the Blueberry Academy, which is in Unova, apparently. Which, big fan of the joke that that's just Blueberry and not a different language for it because it's in Unova, which is supposed to be the US, so it's just the fruit, versus Uva, which is just Spanish for grape. I play Violet, so... but believe the Scarlet one is the same thing, but with orange. And she talks about, at the beginning of the first DLC, talks about how she's researching the origin of terrestrialization and all this other stuff, and that you've been selected for a field trip, da-da-da-da. You go on this field trip with none of your friends from your academy from there. They don't really make an appearance in this DLC at all, which is fine, but it's...
Not fine.
It's strange.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way, it's strange. Because really it focuses on you interacting with 2 students from the Blueberry Academy.
So there's no Nimona?
No Nimona.
Rest in peace, dog.
So there is an epilogue that all of your friends from both academies appear in,
okay.
Which is a lot of fun. It's got a lot of vibes of like when your friends that don't know each other meet each other.
Yeah. Crossover episode?
Yeah. Mochi Mayhem is a lot of fun, and it's free, but you do have to... It's free, but it's not. You do have to have the DLC. But it's not like... It was a late edition and given through an event item. But so you go on this field trip, and in the field trip you go to this island where the 2 students from the Blueberry Academy are from. And it's all about you interacting with them and then showing you like their local festival, and then there's a legend about these 3 Pokemon and this ogre, and you go through the story of all that, which is a lot of fun. But slowly, what's happening during that first story is the older sister goes from mean to nice as you get to know her, and the younger brother, he's nice, and he just wants to battle and have a good time, but with every loss, he slowly inches himself off the deep end.
Oh, jeez.
And by the end of the first DLC, has a full mental breakdown. And then the second DLC is you become an exchange student and you go to the Blueberry Academy, which I think the Blueberry Academy is really cool. It's in the ocean. They have a big terrarium underwater. That's a whole big wild area. You get there, and now the younger brother has now changed his appearance by pulling his hair up, because Pokemon, and has now instituted martial law, and now owns and runs a league club at the school that manages all the Pokemon battles, and he himself is the champion of it. So the story is now you're going to take down this Pokemon League because you're the greatest trainer of all time. Which, it's a nice little story. And then when you finally beat him, he,
Fully crashes
he
out.
just has another mental break. So this is where they then tack on this ending where the professor is like, I figured it out, we're going to Area Zero. And it's like, I haven't seen you since the beginning of the field trip. Where have you been? You go to Area Zero, and both of the siblings go along with you. And the younger brother, the entire time, he doesn't want to until he hears legendary Pokemon. And he's like, I'm going to catch this legendary Pokemon, and then I'm going to beat your ass. Full respect to him. When you become League Champion, you get a Master Ball. So you get a second Master Ball by getting the DLC as well. And we go through Area Zero. They introduce the Stellar Terra type, which is a whole thing. We find Terapagos, and the minute he sees it, the kid throws a Pokeball, and he does throw his Master Ball, which I gotta respect it. He said he's going to get this Pokemon. He got the Pokemon. He called it. He then battles you with it and powers it up to the max to try to beat you and loses control of it. And it breaks the Master Ball when he tries to recall it. So then you have to battle Terapagos and you catch him and do all that. That ending just feels tacked on to me.
Yeah.
Like, the stuff with him wanting to catch the legendary Pokemon is cool, but, like, the random professor shows back up, we're going to go to Area Zero, and it's like, I haven't seen you since before. Where have you been? I forgot about that part of the story, honestly. The stuff with the ogre is a lot of fun, and then it turns out the ogre was good all along, and the 3 Pokemon were bad, and you battle the 3 bad Pokemon, and you catch the ogre.
We love Monkey Dory.
Yeah. It was fun. I really liked the story of the DLC. I think the name, The Treasure of Area Zero, is a bit of a misleading, because, again, that's just the tacked-on bit at the end. But the stuff with Blueberry Academy is really cool. I really like the big terrarium. I like their little Pokemon League setup. You then can start, after you do Mochi Mayhem, you can, invite other trainers and gym leaders from Paldea to come and
Big Larry.
and guest teach at Blueberry, and then you can rebattle them and do all this other stuff. And yeah, I invited Larry back because he's the GOAT. Mochi Mayhem is a stupid little one, but it's so much fun. You're home back in Paldea, and while you're hanging out with Arvin, Penny, and Nimona, the younger brother, whose name is Kieran, sends you a letter, because he doesn't have a smartphone, and invites all of you guys to come to the island because something has gone wrong, and he just wants to see a friend, and you're like his only friend, because when he instituted martial law, he killed all of his friendships. That's established. That's an established thing that happens.
I love that.
You and your friends go to the island, and the older sister, whose name I don't remember, is acting weird, doing the chicken dance and chanting Mochi. You then investigate this whole thing. It is a horror story setup, but a comedy horror story. Because the story is just that as the 5 of you try to investigate this, slowly people start going crazy. And there's just a Pokemon that's going around that is making Mochi, that is making people go crazy. That's the entire story. Obviously it ends with you catching the Pokemon. But you battle... Do you battle Nimona more than once? You battle pretty much everyone, as is common for a Pokemon game. But it ends, the boss fight is Nimona, because the boss fight is almost always Nimona.
She's the flippin' GOAT.
I'll tell you this. I don't remember this being the case with the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, but this is the case here. You cannot just go in with a new team. You better bring your championship team.
Hell yeah.
Because the levels will continue to scale up. I don't want to say I had a hard time battling Kieran for the Blueberry League Championship.
But I had to log in.
But I had 2 level 100 Pokemons, and I had to kind of take it seriously and actually think about what I was doing and not just steamroll them. So, which I had my level 100 Lucario from my base game. So, like, I didn't have much trouble.
Nerd.
It just happened, man. His name is Steve Austin.
I hate you.
Because when he terrestrializes, he turns into an ice type. So I say he goes stone cold, and then he punches people and kills them.
I hate that.
But I like the DLC. I don't know if I recommend getting it now because ZA is about to come out in a month, but you know.
I have another video game thing.
Sure.
New Digimon game comes out October 3rd. Digimon Time Stranger. And apparently it's getting good reviews from people that aren't Digimon fans. So I may have a good new game to play.
There you go.
You can ride Digimon in this game. That's cool. We've never done that before. Or maybe we haven't, it's just been a long time, but I wasn't going to buy it because it's like they're all the same, and I'm just waiting for us to try something really new, which I thought was what Digimon Survive was going to be, and then that was a graphic novel. And, not a graphic novel, sorry, a visual novel. Yeah. And then, this is getting really good reviews, so I'm going to get paid on Friday, and I'm going to pre-order it. So, that'll be good for me. It'll be fun.
I always hate when that happens. Remember when they announced Tron Identity, and I was like, yo, new Tron game? That sounds great. And, like, we were being drip-fed information. And then it was, oh, it comes out this Friday, it's $15. And I was like, that's not a lot. And I looked, and it was, when they announced its release date in a week, they announced all the details, and it was just a visual novel. And I was like, oh, go fuck yourself. Yeah. You did not hype this as a big AAA game to then just release a visual novel. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, shit.
I heard it's good for a visual novel, but
don't care.
It's just a visual novel.
Yeah, don't care.
All right, that looks like an episode. We got anything else?
The Growies went well.
I heard.
I walked away as I actually ended up winning the vote off, and walked away with the most trophies. So that made me pretty happy. Everybody told me how happy they were with it and how it went well and how they appreciate all the effort I put in. That made me feel good. I wore my suit.
You looked great.
You looked dapper as shit.
You sent the photos and I was like, oh, damn, all right.
Yeah, I got to get it. Ryan was the only other person that dressed up. I was like, there we go. Ryan had a suit jacket on. I was so happy. We had a great time. Great time. And I was told that my hosting was great and that I hosted. And I was like, thank you. I did my best.
I'm happy to hear it went well.
I'm very happy it went well. I have all my trophies on display. All 8. Took almost a third of the awards home.
Maybe that means we officially announced the Howdies.
The Howdies?
Maybe next week.
Or the week after?
Well, the actual event would be December, January. But I never announced them.
I was like, yeah,
we just talked about them.
We're going to do ours October every year because it's around this time, the end of September, October, just because don't want to intrude on people's holiday stuff.
Yeah. I was thinking January for ours, just because it good way to commemorate the year.
Yeah.
But I still have to figure out what awards we're doing if we're doing it. Yep. So, but that's us. Join us next week for Zach and Tanner in the morning.
I'll be even sadder next week.
You don't ever accept it?
No. It hurts every time.
What it feels.
I'll never give up on this marriage. They have to leave me.